Ah. Boo. Jump scare, huzzah. Hello. We're doing the thing again. Why does this video seem so quiet? I'm gonna bump it up to the max. And then I'll just keep an eye on the volume over there. How's it going, Garo? I see you there. Were you in here like 10 minutes ago? Just putting a noted emote in here? What was that about? The chat memory has exposed you. What are you doing? And huzzah. We can do the flats for this page, I suppose. I haven't actually decided what I wanted to do today. Flats could be fun. We might actually be able to do quite a bit of rendering for this page. If I so desire, and I might desire that. Not as much as like $1 bajillion, but it's not a contest right now. Okay, I back. Can I type? You can. It would appear that you are. Unless I am having some sort of episode in which I am hallucinating. No idea what happened there, alright. Now that you are back, and with the ability to utilize your digits, I showed up early, I see. Any reason? Because I don't really have a pre-stream incentive to show up at all. It's just kind of offline. I guess, you know, I do have a pretty... So, you know what? I do have a pretty nice offline banner, so you know what? In that regard... I appreciate it. Not many people get to look at that one. Just because, to be silly, it worked, because I see it there 10 minutes ago. Did I put this on the wrong layer? I put it all on the same layer. Good job, Zotan. You're dumb. Try again. Is this the red? It's the red. I'm gonna do a half here lurk. Interesting. A half lurk. Sounds like a D&D race. The close gap tool is also really convenient for these little finger rings that I put here. Well, I say that, but then it just like immediately... Now I gotta bump it up to this, and then I gotta do this. There we go. No, wait. Alright, we'll just erase it. I was talking so highly of it, and then I immediately ran into the one situation where it didn't work. Alright, we're back. We are so back. And I'll say thank you to King Batmod, also known as Bats, for the follow, even though I'm pretty sure we will not be seeing him during this stream. I'm pretty sure his schedule is normal, as opposed to mine, which is very abnormal. Oh, the volume's finally getting loud. Alright. Just a skosh. There we go. This is probably the worst balanced playlist I've found yet. It's pretty rough. Look how fast you can whoosh. It's like the motorcycle of flat shading. Not shading, flatting. I do enjoy this feature of Clip Studio. I wish I had utilized it sooner. It would have sped up a lot of things. We might even have the first chapter in progress if I had known about it earlier. What is this line right here? Oh, that's the shoulder pad. I see. I'll have to shade that in to make it clear. And I must say an obligatory, perhaps even necessary, profound curse you, Gara, for making the clip that has become my most popular one the other day. Now it will haunt me for the rest of my days. What is this? Is this, what line is that? We'll just erase it. You're welcome. Whoops. Oh, that's not... You know what? This isn't the color that his chainmail is, but I just dropped it here on accident, and it kind of looks like the dopest thing I've ever seen. Hold on. Let's just put this in a little bit. This actually goes hard. The black chainmail? Hold on. Have we stumbled upon something? No, I can't change it now, but it looks so cool. Alright, we'll stop though. I wish I had done that earlier on accident, because now I wish it has been that way the whole time. I'm not going to go back and change all of their chainmail. But like, I wish I did. Also, this is on the line art. Oh, cool. Stop. So, can you do anything right? When did I stop? Alright, it was still good up to... When did I start butchering it? I think when I got to the chainmail? Alright, no, we got here somewhere. Alright, here's good. Araki, single panel of color distortion, that's true. I could do that for impact, for dramatic effect. This panel is blue now, and the character's skin is green. And that's just how it is now, for this one panel. I really enjoy that, so maybe I will do that at some point. I've already considered utilizing this particular feature. I'll put it up in a second when I get the flats for this guy done in. Your thumbnail. Yeah. Where I use that color filter tool that I've been using to incorporate the characters into more of a nighttime lighting color palette. Where I do this, and then I copy paste the layer, and then you just do this one, and you can do this, and it looks better. You know what? I have better examples. Let's do it with a layer that has shading on it. Actually, yeah, I could just do it here. You can set this to normal. And you know, it just like changes the whole thing. So I've been thinking about trying to mess around with this for some dramatic moments. I'm not entirely sure in what way. The multiply 100%. I'll think about it. But that could be cool if I actually do it while actively considering it. And I do like Araki's art. Even the early stuff that looked a little janky. I appreciate Araki's art style and his evolution as an artist, because it goes to show you that you really don't have to start off at a Miura level. Like, if you look at the Part 1 JoJo art, it's rough, actually. Internet is back, welcome back. Like, obviously it's got a lot of solid fundamentals to it, but there's a lot of Part 1 JoJo panels that do not look great in the modern day. Here, this is a good one. This isn't even, my internet died? Yeah, mine was doing that yesterday a lot. I think Twitch and internet troubles were stacking up on me yesterday, so I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch is still having problems. Here, this isn't even bad. This is not bad. This is not some of the worst panels I've seen from Part 1, but even this, like, it's still very rudimentary. Like, look at this panel. Like, I could do this. Is what it feels attainable, is what Araki's Part 1 art style seems like. And you do have to keep in mind that Araki probably had to release, like, I don't know, a full chapter every week. What was JoJo's release schedule? It looks weekly, based on how quick these appear to have been done. And they didn't have the color, I'm pretty sure. That was added in later. Almost positive. But, like, yeah, he has evolved so much as an artiste. Wonder if I can find a JoJo Part 8 artwork. I'll try not to pick cover art, because that'll be an unfair comparison. Ew, I found a Facebook post about it. Alright, whatever. I mean, it still looks great. It was weekly in the beginning, that makes sense. And now it's like whenever he wants. Because he's done it all. And like, look at this. Can I open this image in a new tab? Open image in a new tab. Yeah, there we go. And you could just, like, he's got so much more of an understanding of form. And everything looks so dimensional. You can really tell that I think he was inspired by, what is it, Hogarth? I think the artist is Hogarth. They have an anatomy look. Hogarth. Anatomy. Yeah, Hogarth Anatomy. This is Dynamic Anatomy. It was weekly until Steel Ball Run, then became monthly, I see. So really, we should be looking at Steel Ball Run to see a proper comparison for the same schedule. He can definitely... I think Rocky has gone on record in saying he was inspired by this dude. Burn Hogarth. And you can definitely tell. I mean, even just like the cover art for the... It looks like a JoJo pose. And it's the anatomy is so sculptural and three-dimensional. And it's exaggerated, but it's fluid all at the same time. It looks... It's definitely... I can tell. 100%. The big gay horse race. Absolutely. Alright, let's go to Steel Ball Run then. And see if we can find Steel Ball. And let's take a look at that art. I'm sure it still looks stellar. I'm gonna look at manga art. See if I can get better results there. It's like, yeah, oh, even here you can still see it. Yeah, you can tell it's definitely quicker paced. You had to get this out quick. It's like crazy how much better he got. Look at this. The hatching is so dimensional. I appreciate an artist that knows how to do cross-hatching properly. You don't just go with the 90-degree angles and stuff. That looks bad. You gotta make it follow the form. And you can get away with it when you're in the smaller areas. He knows what he's doing. And he knows it. He knows that he knows what he's doing. Yeah, even this looks crazy. I can feel the play of the nose here. The nose bridge. Look at this beautiful man. I do think it's funny how Araki's art style sensibilities have swapped completely from big muscular Bruce Lee men to all these just very twinkified fashion models who are just hyper skinny and all. They are all just fashion models now. There's really there is one body type that he draws. His self-insert is a manga artist that is full of himself. I know, it's great. Love it. I don't even think Araki would remember how to draw a buff guy anymore. And frankly, I don't even care that much. Alright, let's do our funny little magic trick. Funny little magic trick. Go! Wow, it's so quick. Actually, we could steal. Do we have the orange here? We do. Thank goodness. That makes it easy to just steal it from myself. I gotta go in here now. Look at the thingies. This is the Dark Souls song I think I was trying to think of for a while. Is this the right one? Nameless Song. Well, doesn't sound like it. Sounds like it's called Nameless Song. That's just my personal opinion. Oh, no, that's... Wait, is this on the liner? No, it just looks that way. I'll have to clear up that with some values as well. I feel like the values are going to be important on this page for some reason. They seem more integral to clarity. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because everything's just a wide, flat color with these cardinal guys. And then we'll do this one. Oh, I have this extra layer. Get up. Oh, did I draw his, I did draw his scabbard here. I just didn't color it in. Alright, let's open that one page that I am comfortable with people reading the words on, because it's in the test. The infamous test that I told no one to read, and what did you all do? You read it. I can't freaking believe this. Against my wishes. Wait, did I put that on the right line? I didn't. Zote. You freaking moron. Thank you. Yeah, I think this weekend for sure, so day after tomorrow I will start, we'll do a bit of Sekiro, and then we'll divert a little bit into, or maybe Street Fighter? It depends on what Mask is doing, I guess. We'll do a little bit of gaming regardless of whatever it is. And then I'll try to, get around to some emote and channel point stuff. At least some icons and whatnot, and some sketches for the emotes would be nice. And maybe some completely different ideas that are not the Nia. Let's actually open up the sheet again, just so I remember what we're looking at. Affiliate reward brainstorm. There we go. Cat ears Nia. Choo choo. And then the comic characters, I can consider that. Slenderman emo. I'll consider the Slenderman one. I feel like I need to play at least one more Slenderman game before I add an emote of it. They have a ton of them. I discovered this when I was going back on YouTube and trying to look up playthroughs to see if I could get any advice when it looked a little bit more hopeless. There's like Slenderman in jail, there's Slenderman... Where? Let me just look up some of the other ones. Slender the 8 Pages... Slenderman's Shadow, Haunted Memory, Slender's Woods, Slender Rising. There's so many. Wait, what the heck? The 8 Pages was largely praised by critics for its effective horror and atmosphere despite its graphics, although several considered the gameplay repetitive. I mean, there's nothing. Why were critics praising this game? There's nothing there. Even at the time, it's like there's just a guy and pick up the paper. Largely positive reception among game critics. Minimalist approach and crude graphics. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, sure. The Imp. It's a classic moment in horror gaming. Eurogamer's Dan Whitehead compared the 8 Pages' impact on horror games to what the Blair Witch Project did to horror films. Reduced horror gaming to its purest essence. The delicious, panic-inducing thrill of being pursued. Alright, we get it. You got an English degree. No one uses the word delicious outside of its intended context unless you're a weirdo or a writer. Or a weirdo writer, like Stephen King. While it may have been low quality and lacked lasting popularity or replay value, it nudged horror gaming onto a different path. Did it really? Revived and refreshed the genre. I think that was more YouTube. Many Slenderman games have been developed that expand the lore on the character. Slender Woods, Slender Rising, Haunted Memories, Slender Anxiety, Slender Rising 2, Slender the Gaze of Horror, and the more recent Slender Mirror World released in 2022. What the heck? Slender Mirror World. God, there are so many Slender games apparently that I have to play. Ew, Slenderman looks gross in this game. Alright, I'm gonna stop looking at stuff that you guys can't see. Yeah, just know that apparently the Slender games are gonna come back on this channel, because there's like 14,000 of them. So I will have to play through them at some point. Maybe we'll make it we'll make it like a Halloween month thing, I guess. We can do that in October, if I haven't scheduled anything else. Like if we're not midway through anything else, I can just do more Slendar. Alright, now I have a wood color that would work. We go to this panel here. Hide all the multiple colors. Just to make sure we have the purest color. Now, I don't know what color the barrel should be. I imagine a similar brown. Definitely a brown at the very least. I think a little bit brighter, though. Actually, what color? We could just look up alcohol barrel. And see what we're working with. They're generally pretty brightly colored. Yeah, even the darker ones. I would describe them as more of a mid-tone brown. So we'll bump it up. Is this good? Maybe more... less saturation, but brighter still? Ouch. You know what we can do? Let's just take a real-life example. One that I think looks good. Copy. This is reference. Some of you people use reference for... Oh wow, that's a lot brighter than I thought. Let's go here. Yeah, that's very saturated comparison. Look at that. Look how saturated this picture gets. Damn. That's just freaking orange at that point. Alright, fine. I'm not going to use that, but it is interesting to see. It's like around here, maybe. And the bands they vary. They can be silver, they can be black, they can be just a brighter color. I think I like the idea of the gray, the dark black, or the dark gray, the blackish here. I think that'll suit the image better. And actually, we don't even need to select anything. We just do that, bam, filled in. I actually think with this new flatting method, I could feasibly do like 2 pages weekly for a sustainable amount of time. I would have to commit pretty hard to it. I'd have to work a lot off stream, like every waking moment would have to be dedicated to it. So like not quite in the spot where I could do that yet. I still have like a full-time job that I gotta do. And it's at like horrible nightmare hours in the evening times, so it's not sustainable for me to do that. But maybe once I get a normal job, that'd be cool. And it's not like I'm gonna get too much of a pay decrease or increase, I would imagine. For entry-level graphic design, I stock grocery store shelves. So, like, even if the pay annually is like 35K just to start, it's probably gonna be more than I'm getting right now. So I'm not too torn up about losing this integral position in my life where I work at a grocery store. Let's save this all here, because I think we're gonna start doing values. Ooh, that's a heavy layer there. You need to be this color. Because that's just how it is. Ow! This desk, I keep bumping my finger on it. Maybe it's too big. Maybe I need a smaller desk so I stop bumping my hand into it. That might be the solution, you know, we're thinking. I've been going about this all wrong. People have been saying I need a bigger desk this whole time, but maybe what I really need is a tinier desk. People these days, in this modern society we live in, they're also fixated on maximalism and consumerism and owning things. We need to downsize. We need smaller desks, smaller problems, the whole thing. You need a new desk, a new smaller desk. You need desk space. Let's get a big board and just use it on your bed. No, that's not a bad idea, unfortunately. What you've said does appeal to me in my twisted sensibilities. Unfortunately, your bad ideas are interpreted as good ideas. Because you are here on a Zotan stream. Now we can do a little bit of something here. I want to try and add a little bit of wooden texturing, but not like the not with the actual wood brush that I have. I just want to add some variance in color. And then we can just kind of erase it where we don't want it. Is the music being way too quiet again? It's not even playing anything. What the heck is this video? Alright, now it's louder again. Max used to use a huge cardboard sheet on his bed to assemble models because he didn't have a desk or floor space to do it. Now see, that would actually... That's how you've made it sound even more appealing. I don't know if you actually want me to do this. But I might... I don't have the... you know, the thing is, I don't even have a space for a giant cardboard sheet. Where would I keep a cardboard sheet in here? Apparently on the bed, but like, what if I want to sleep there? Trying to make this not seem so muddy. And I believe Cantith had a good point. Was it Cantith? It might have been Cantith. Where we do not want this to seem perfectly flush. Whoops, that's not the multiply layer. Because you know these slats are not perfectly aligned with each other. So let's just see if we can make this. I'm just saying it's better than your stool set. I don't know. I like my stool setup. In the wall and the bed when he didn't use it. A stool is so much more compact than a cardboard sheet. I could put this stool up against the wall as well. It's one of those fold-up stools. Do I do that? No, but I could. I don't like this, by the way. I think we'll just let the line art carry the form, and then we'll just deal with it. Alright, let's add another multiply layer for some gradient. Some compositional gradient, which I forget the name of every time. What the heck is this called? Nobody's quite sure. Vignette, that's what it's called. Actually, maybe we should just cover more of it in Vignette. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's a good balance between light and shadow there. Good. What do we have there? 47? 47 it is. That's the first time I've ever had a buffer window appear in a while. Clip Studio, are you good? I didn't think this page would be too resource intense. It's literally just a couple of barrels. Freaking Donkey Kong on the arcade machine can handle more barrels than this, so like, what are you doing? I have plenty of RAM, I assure you. Now this will be fun. We get to actually do... the flame effect here. We can do that. I was considering how I was going to do it starting here. Maybe I'll just have the audio start there, and then this will be the actual beginning of it. Let's see if I can remember how I did fire effects. Actually, we can just go to chapter... oh, this candle might have one. I had some good fire effects at some point. Where did I put them? Oh, here's some good ones. Let's see if I can actually get this here without showing any words off again. Eyeballs, no. And then we go... this one here. No, wait, this isn't the one that I wanted. I'm gonna find it. Was it here? Oh, here it is. I found it. Here you go. Ah. I got orange, and then I got overlay yellow, it would seem, and then glow dodge more yellow. So it's not too much. I just needed to see what I used for a base color. Oh god, I'm getting more buffer. What's going on right now? Am I dropping anything? I don't appear to be dropping no... Oh, I did drop frames a bit ago. 2.2%. What is going on with my stream? I'm not even using low latency mode anymore. Twitch, you gotta shape up or else I'm gonna ship out, dude. I'm gonna be going to YouTube live, is what I would say. If I actually had any conviction, but I don't. I could be multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch now. Apparently they allow for this. I don't know if I care enough to set that up. Also, the strain on my PC, I don't know if it increases it by a lot. But I'm really not risking it now, considering the past couple of days and how they've gone here just using Twitch by itself. I don't need to throw anything else into the mix. What does fire look like again? Simulcasting, however you spell simulcasting, right? They allow you to do this now. They have finally stopped being so Dark Ages about it. I'm assuming that's because of, at least significantly in part because of Twitch's new CEO, who actually seems to use the platform and enjoys it as a sort of community beyond just being a business, which is really what you want. Are we out of Souls music? Oh, we're not. It's just quiet again. I don't even hear that. You gotta understand, this video is cranked up almost as far as it's gonna go. Hail the Nightmare. Bloodborne. I remember this area. DLC. This is so poorly balanced audio-wise. What the heck, dude? 20 best Soulsborne Elden Ring soundtracks. Let's try this one. Ooh, that's got some bass in there. Maybe this will be better. Oh, this is gonna get loud. This is like the opening theme. Ah. Thank you, Elden Ring. Okay. I don't know how else to describe it. It feels like this song is peaking the game's audio, not mine. Is this just a very compressed MP3 file? I don't know what they did here. Glow dodge. What did I use you at? You were at 83% also. This is also getting so loud. Maybe it's just my headphones. It looks fine on the actual display. We can blur some stuff to make it not look so much like a shape. Or maybe just eraser towards the top here. And then I think if we go with some hard eraser towards the bottom here. How does fire joining on a surface look? The shipping on the blanket is 30. If you want one, it would be 80. Interesting. I will consider. Oh yeah, I got paid today, so maybe I'll consider a little sooner than I originally thought. Because if the fire was adhering to the form, it would be like that. But that looks dumb, so that's not how it would actually work. What if we just blur this a little bit more? As long as the yarn is the same, got it. They don't really show you digital art of fire at the base of it. Digital art fire. What color would you want? That way I can look up the yarn. I am partial to reds and warm color schemes in general, so... Man, there's so many ways to render fire. It really is just dealer's choice at some point. You just gotta pick one. So many different ways you can render the shapes and the tendrils. But, like, where? What about at the base of the fire? What shape am I using? How does fire stem from a barrel? I must know. Nobody's drawing this. Very hyper-specific use case that I need. They all just round it off at the base, and maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe it is just round at the base, and that's going to be what we deal with. Oh, here's this one. This is pretty cool. Let's take a look at this. He's got it on the ground. That's a surface that fire can be on. And he just it's kind of just rough, but it is rounded. It's got like curvature here, but it just kind of follows the form loosely. This is difficile. This is the problem with studying art. You need a reference. What if I just look up wooden barrel on fire? Now we're getting somewhere. Not exactly where I need to be, but we are somewhere where there are barrels and they are on fire. Most of them appear to just be reutilized barrels, and they are now some form of fire pit, which is not what I'm looking for. I need the barrel. Fire inside of it, generative AI. Sure. Good job, AI, you did it. Oh, here's a barrel on fire. Alright, hold on. This might be good. Hold on. What do we got in there? Just kind of, again, this is rounded, sort of. It's kind of like that when it's falling in. It's kind of... what does that look like? I think I get the idea. I think I was somewhere similar. Alright, let's try this then. Before I blurred it. I think we actually had something similar to what we would need. Let's turn on these, go here. This is a good learning opportunity, so I'm willing to belabor the point a little bit. Yeah, I think we're getting somewhere. It's really just curving out a little bit, but not too much. And you gotta have the inverse be smooth, but not too smooth. Kind of just alternating contrast. I think we might need to push this one a bit more. Then we can probably just blur this again. And then we can add spark. Spark is going to be important. At least in the digital art one. Hey yo, this song? Quiet down? Now I have easy ways to do sparks, so I'm not too worried about this. We can do another normal layer. We can go here. We can get our... where is it? Our Star Maker brush. We can even go with our little Star Maker brush. Oh yeah, that's looking like a fire now, isn't it? And what you can do is you can do another one. We can make the Star Breaker brush bigger if we bronzed. I brew. Actually, I think we have to adjust the particle size itself, so... yeah, there it is. Alright, woo, 73 might be the biggest that it's ever been, and too big for my purposes. And that's a fun layer, because what we're going to do with that... actually, I don't like it up there. We can do this, filter, blur that, put some Gaussian on there, throw some English on it, a little bit more. Yeah. Look at that. Can we set this to glow dodge and see what happens? Ooh, that's interesting. I rather like that. I don't like this one here. I think that's throwing it off a bit. This is hyper detail fixation that you do not normally need to worry about, but maybe here is a better place for that. And then we can add more vignette. If I can just remember where I put the G-dang airbrush tool. Now let's hide this little sketch layer. See what we are working with in full. And I think for this other, what did I do? Yeah, I just wrote, what ink brush did I use? Because I used an ink brush to write the Fwoosh on it. So let's do that. I think we'll just start with white, though, so that I actually know what I'm looking at with my eyes. Is this the one I used? It looks familiar. Definitely not that one. That is too square of an edge. Maybe I did use it. Oh, this looks close. Oh, this is the one. Yeah. This has gotta be the one I used to write the Fwoosh. Yeah, this is the one. And it. Did you change back to art because all I see is fire? Ooh, you're right. Thank you. I was doing stuff and being dumb. Oh, boy. I was... maybe I shouldn't stream anymore. I've considered it, and I'm, like, kind of bad at it. Let's erase this here. That's happened so many times. Makes Philly quit streaming. I did all I can. I'm not gonna make partner. I've achieved all I set out to do. I mean, literally every streamer ever says that. When I started live streaming, I never thought I would get to partner, and now you guys have changed my life. It happens every time. I bet there's at least one guy who was like, no, I'm definitely making it to partner. I'm goated at this. I got it down. I got it science. Internet fly. I'm thinking it might be a little bit of Twitch's fault. I don't think this is exclusively an internet problem. I was having problems with Twitch yesterday. And also I dropped frames today, which is not something that normally happens, so... I think Twitch is being a little rough recently. If I'm dropping frames, usually it's because I'm playing a video game at a too high of a graphical setting, but as you can see, that is not what's going on. I think in terms of graphic design, this text might be too thin to be doing what I want it to do. If we copy-paste. Yeah, that might be a little better. Now, I have this one. Whoops, not that one. This one. How long have we been going? An hour? Alright, we got a lot of time. Where's this one? I know there's words on here, but I'm just gonna freaking just pretend we didn't see that. They're not very spoilery, but I just don't like showing them off when they don't need to be there. Alright, so I used this color and this color. Okay, sort of cycled between that. That's a good way of doing it. Trying to figure out where I want this to be placed. Maybe we'll just try this and see if it works afterwards. I do be reusing the word whoosh quite a bit, but it's like such a good fire sound effect word. Actually, what if we shift towards the white, towards the top here? Look, guys, I'm a professional letterer. I know exactly what I'm doing. Single color or the ombre, like Chris's blanket? I'll leave that up to you. I'll let you decide. I think I'm perfectly fine with the color palette choice, regardless of how it's presented. So I'll let you do that. Maybe if I put it towards the base of the fire? No, I don't like that. It looks better here in the composite, just front and center. Maybe smaller? We've tried bigger. Let's try smaller. That makes it look a little impotent. We need big sound effect. Impotent little fire. Can barely even... you wouldn't even be able to hurt Santa with a fire like that. Which is obviously the goal of Christmas. You don't light it before he shows up. You gotta wait till he's about to jump down. Then you just get him. Covered in ashes and soot. I'll show him. Breaking and entering into my home. This is America, goddang it. I stand your ground laws around here. And also squatters' rights, which is probably one of the most messed up laws that we have. Why do we have that? Why do we protect people who just break into like an abandoned property and sit there for long enough? It's like, I own it now, I get legally. It's mine now. This abandoned mall is my property. Now, the mall is fine. If someone actually squats in an abandoned mall long enough to own it, that's honestly more power to them. They have more resolve than I could ever muster. And that's pretty dope. It's when they start, like, when you discover the squatters' rights stories where somebody was camping out in somebody else's attic, if they had, like, a second home, that they hadn't done maintenance on in a while, and then they come back to it, and they're like, what the heck, there was a person in here, and then they just own it now? They own your house? Now, it's hard to sympathize with landlords, for me personally, because it's such an outdated profession that it's gross to own multiple properties. For the sake of charging higher prices than just like owning a home would allow them to endure. In terms of the cost, I'll say I'll find a few options and check in with you. Alright. I will listen closely for it. The update. buy up all the low-cost housing and then just make people charge exorbitant amounts. Or just charge them exorbitant amounts of rent for it. It's very cool. Love landlords. They're so awesome. I mean, even the word, like, itself is kind of a giveaway, right? It's got lord in it. I think we should kind of take that as the hint. That it might not be the best way to have a system endure. Is by referring to it as a lordship. And sort of peasantry dynamic. In the modern day. If I ever became a landlord, I would be wearing a fake Burger King crown all the time. Just to drive the point home. A little bit more. Yep, this is messed up. I know it. You know it. We all know this. This is how it is. You know, we can actually do the overlay layer here, which I have not done in a while. I want to do a little bit of the moonlight spotlight for the rim lighting here. That's not what color that's supposed to be. What the hell, dude? We gotta hypersaturate this. Where is that dang old blue that I need? Why has it changed so much? Let's take our signature background color for this chapter's pages. If I ever do a physical copy of this comic, which would be a goal at some point, I just know that the printer would take one look at the background of these panels and just be like, oh god, really? You had to put just the darkest blue ever for like every page? Why would you do that? You couldn't have just left it white? It's basically black, but not even quite, so now it's got to mix colors. You're a nightmare. That's what they would say to me, I bet. Why couldn't you just leave it white? You idiot. It's gonna cost so much more now. It's because white backgrounds behind panels, unless it's a black and white manga, in my opinion, looks gross. I don't like it. All that negative space becomes so much more obvious. And I'm already plenty negative about my comic. I don't need the space to be negative, too. Shoutouts to, and I don't point this out very often, but it seems just unusual to me. Shoutouts to 6 viewers for no reason. Who are you people? I already got affiliates, so you don't need to inflate my numbers. Unless one of you is that mysterious Ko-Fi secret admirer. I don't even know if that person... First of all, I don't know who they are. Second of all, I don't know if they even know that I have a Twitch. Because they said their message was, I love your art and wanted to support you. But, like, I haven't uploaded anything recently on, like, any of my social medias. So really, they would have to know the Twitch, right? They would have to know that that's active, because that's like where most of the art happens anyway. That saga is still not over in my brain. I've not that I'm like gonna try and detective. I'm not gonna Sherlock Holmes them. I'm not gonna hire a PI or anything. But like, I will still think about that for a while and try to piece together some semblance of an answer. Send me $25 out of nowhere. I'll teach you. I also don't even have the red swirl up, so it's just like, it doesn't even make any sense why viewers would show up. The red swirl is really the main attraction. I don't even have it on right now. Well, what the heck? That was the most abrupt stop I've ever heard in my life. I hate this boss fight so much. Freaking god skin. Lame. The song is a banger, unfortunately, but I will never concede that this boss fight is well designed or even half well designed. It's all bad. It's like if Ornstein and Smo was designed by Miyazaki when he was in the same mental state he was when designing Poison Swamps. I feel like there's 2 Miyazaki modes. There's Poison Swamp Miyazaki, and then there's good game design Miyazaki. And they are mutually exclusive. He cannot be in both states of mind at the same time. Every poison swamp has been horribly designed in Dark Souls, and I stand by that. Just the concept of a poison swamp is bad. It does not spark joy. Sekiro's got a poison swamp, but luckily it's about like 2 seconds. And you don't really got to do much with it, so I wouldn't even, you know, maybe that is the, maybe they can be part of the same mindset. If, you know, the mindset has to be poison swamp exists for 2 seconds, and then the good game design and the poison swamp game design brain can exist in harmony. I sold the Gyro, yo, like just now? Or in general? Either way, Pog, that's a win. Just now, Lovehammer bought it? Nice. Whoosh, hello, Cantith, welcome. Is that how you enter rooms? On fire? If so, please clarify if it's literal or metaphorical. I am so worried. Yeah, that's the only lettering you guys get to see that I will let you look at willingly is if I do got sound effects, I can't really hide them, so that's all you get. No comment. Oh god, that hurt my eyes to look at. Was not prepared for the blue that time. Yeah, I was wondering if my art was taking a decline a little bit. Turns out my paneling, I just haven't had enough vignettes. It's always just more multiply layers is the answer. If you're ever wondering how to do art good, just add more gradients. It makes your values seem more three-dimensional. Now that's coming from me, a person who has never made any professional artistic endeavor or project in my life. I don't know what it is, but the elf homie in the bottom corner gives you big Michael Jackson vibes. Elf homie in the bottom corner. Big Michael Jackson vibes. Hold on, let's take a look at him without the blue overlay. Yeah, I don't know what the Michael Jackson vibe would be either. Is there an album cover, perhaps, that has Michael Jackson very zoomed in? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. I can kind of see this here. Copy image. And then we'll go here. And then we'll paste this. Oops, I gotta go into the panel. And then we got this right here. And now, if we reduce the opacity and just kind of overlay it on top of him here, this is going to be the biggest. This picture is never. It was never meant to be blown up to these sizes. Kind of had the hair. That's what I'm looking at right now. It's the same guy. Oh my god. Oh, I've lagged Clip Studios. Something fierce. Cantus, I think you're onto something. Even the proportions I have mapped out here are like exactly the same as Michael Jackson's face. Like what is going? Yeah, the ear and everything. Look at that. This is messed up. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, no, now I see it entirely. I had no idea that you were such a genius. Even the eyebrows in the same shape. I know, what's going on? I didn't realize I had actually secretly designed Michael Jackson as an OC, and now you have illuminated me to this fact. I don't know how to feel about that. I need to read all about Michael Jackson fighting racist wizard. Yeah, if you have any other ideas about what my comic characters could actually have been secret symbolism for the entire time, I guess keep it to yourself. No, but I can't believe Michael Jackson is in my comic now. Suddenly Jackson. Oh, man. No one ever expects Michael Jackson. So, Tam, that one character you drew looks suspiciously exactly like Colin Mockery. And I'm going to be like, oh no. And I'm going to put the overlay up, and it's going to look exactly like Colin Mockery of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Fame. It's going to happen again at some point. And I'd be like, I didn't even know that I was subconsciously. I must have been thinking about Colin Mockery the whole time I was making that character. And now you're making a Colin Mockery out of my comic, is what you're doing. Not again. It'll happen. I bet. Hold on, let's take a look at some other... you know what? Let me just open up. Cantith, we're going to give the old Cantith evaluation on our characters. Let me know. This is the protagonist of the series. The whole comic was just a big elaborate lead up to a medieval Whose Line. I wouldn't be mad. That's going to be on the Patreon for the spin-off comics. So here's the protag. Does she resemble anything? Perhaps a disgraced music figure? Like your Michael Jacksons or your R. Kellys, maybe. Medieval Who's Line. I'm pretty sure they have an episode of that. That sounds like something they would have done. Man, I need to rewatch Whose Line Is It Anyway? The new season and the old seasons are both very good. It's one of the only few improv groups that I actually enjoy. Just goes to show you that improv ain't easy. That's not true. There's another improv group that I've grown to enjoy recently, and that is the College Humor people on, what the hell is their show called? The one where the game show changes literally every time. No one comes to mind for? Alright, we're in the clear for one OC. Game Changer, that's the one. I literally said the words in the thing, in the sentence that I was describing it. You know, with the one where the game changes every time. Oh, you mean Game Changer. Oh, I guess I do. Alright, we have other OCs. Let's see if we can have the other ones pass the test. That one Game Changer ran is my favorite. It's so good. Brennan Lee Mulligan is a treasure. Alright, here's this other one. Her name's Blair. Let me know if you got anything. I'll leave her up for a bit. I always love her design. I don't know why. I really like... It was so... I made a few simple changes that turned me from liking her design into really liking her design. And now I'm a big fan of it. I changed the way the cloak was shaped, and it's more like an actual cloak now. I like how the thigh strap is the one constant. Did I do that? Oh, you mean between the two things here? Yeah. She's got a knife. And a belt. She's got the belt. What else do we got? Belt is important. I don't know what this is. This thing where, like, the belt is so long that they tie it around the actual, the waist itself. The waist, I don't know what you call it, the waist loop, the actual belt part. But I do enjoy it. I've seen it done in digital art only. I don't think I've ever seen an actual photo of this, but I do really enjoy it. And I'm not sure what this is called, but I've seen people render this in art all the time. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm stealing that. That looks cool as hell, dude. It's probably very impractical, and not at all a good way to wear a belt, but it looks dope. It's like you have belt loops and like the hooks and everything to keep it in place. I don't know what you would tie it around for. Maybe unless it's broken. I used to loot my extra. I didn't know that was a thing in real life until very recently. So it didn't hang. Whoops, that's not where that's supposed to go. What the heck is that? Why did you change to this color? What the... Oh, I know what I did. Where is that page? Where are you? Alright, get out of here, Blair. Cantith didn't mention any similarities with you either, so I think that character's in the clear. You can just accept that one. And now we can do this little bit, which I gotta do to indicate movement. Lost a ton of weight and didn't want to get rid of it. That's a fair point, actually. I have never known the sensation of having clothes not fit me anymore as a result of losing weight. I think it's, you know, I don't think that surprises many people once they hear how much I weigh and have weighed my entire life. And I gained the weight back, so it's a good thing I kept it. There you go. I have definitely... The only way I've gotten clothes to not fit me is when I was getting taller at a rapid pace. I still have the Michael Jackson. I'm going to keep the Michael Jackson picture here. That's going to be a little secret for the printer. Back when I say back, I mean in the future when I go to make this comic a real thing. A tangible item. You're like, what the hell is it? Hold on. Maybe I should leave it like actually in the comic at like 2% opacity. And we'll just leave it right there. You can barely... 2% opacity is a lot, actually. Like, I can still see this whole weirdo man's face, like, right here. Even on 1% opacity, I probably still see it. Yeah, there we go. Just looks like an ambiguous design right there. Gonna send it off to be printed, and someone's gonna go wrong. It's gonna be printed with the Michael Jackson. It's gonna be like, sorry, we didn't recognize your opacity in the file on the PDF. We're just gonna set it to 100 by default, and then it's just gonna be this panel, and this is how the comic is gonna look. It's why did the art get so good for one panel, and also why is it Michael Jackson? Put the ear on him and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I know. Alright, let's do values for this one. We are actually almost done with this page, crazily enough, because I don't have a lot of background stuff that I want to render for this one. We already have a full page that's going to be, like, all background. Like, look at this. I'm going to do this one. So don't even worry about me subjecting myself to white room syndrome. There's backgrounds. I just haven't painted them yet because I'm scared, frankly. I don't want to do them right now. I will do them later. I think I might save the backgrounds for the rest of the pages that I got, unless it's, like, a simple one that I can just kind of block out really easily. I might save them towards the end of the... So if you see me doing backgrounds one of these days, then you'll know that every other part of the chapter is done, and that we are approaching the finalization of it. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save all the backgrounds for the end, because my problem with backgrounds is that I feel like I'm inconsistent with them. So if I feel like I get into a flow state, where I just do all of them at roughly the same time, they won't seem so different. And I think it'll also help me in the way that if I do a bunch of backgrounds in a row, it'll help reaffirm some habits, either good or bad. It'll allow me to learn about how I do backgrounds. So that might be the best way for me to do it. Is if we just kind of do it all at once. Now I actually like this right here. So I'm literally gonna steal the lighting from the Michael Jackson image underneath it because it looks cool when it's right here. Oh, this is how reference is. Well, this is like the opposite of how reference. Where I have made the base image and then put the reference on top of it, and then stole from the reference after the fact. How does that work? Tell if it's bad. If it's consistently bad, and it just makes it a design choice. Exactly. I gotta just take a page out of Mike Mignola's book. Hellboy creator. And I think, what did I do? I think I had the eyes glow. A little bit golden. Hold on, we have a page for this that I can open. To check what happens when they're using... Where's this page? Excuse me, where are you, dude? Here we are. Alright, yeah, her eyes glow golden. So we'll just keep that. Hut, by the way. Sorry if that's a spoiler for you. At some point, one of my characters does say Hut. I'm sorry. I know you weren't supposed to see that, and if that kind of ruins the whole thing, I understand. I didn't mean to. Glow dodge. Hut. I suddenly know the entire plot. I know, it's true. And I think outside of a couple words that we need to put here, which I will do later. Alright, this one is silent. Actually, hold on. When do we start doing this here? We have this. Yeah, I think we'll keep it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we'll start it here. Oh, yeah. Didn't we listen to this already? What the heck did I do? Control C. Go here. Control V. Move it. Are you able to bake sound effects into webcomics? I don't know how hosting sites work. I'm sure you can. I know that what Webtoon does is they have sometimes, and this is only if you're an originals creator, but what you can do is you can have music played over top of it for certain chapters. I know they put some budget into their originals. When they fund them, they'll have compositions made for certain chapters, and so I've always thought that was cool. I wonder if they could do it similarly where it's just the MP3 file. Like if you had a chapter that was mainly a battle scene happening in the background, if you could have like some Berserk 2016 going like, ah, clang, 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 just in the background. Stuff like that. But again, that's only if you are picked up by Webtoons, the business, as a professional. As someone they actually enjoy exploiting for money. I mean collaborating with in a professional manner. Open. I'm pretty sure the only person who's ever been treated well by Webtoon as a company is probably the Lore Olympus creator, because she just like is the biggest. She is their golden goose. If she didn't exist, I guarantee the profit margins on that business would be 1,000,000 times smaller. Lore Olympus is crazy. You probably know what I'm talking about just based on saying the name. Like, oh yeah, I've heard of Lore Olympus. Who hasn't heard of Lore Olympus? If you've heard of webcomics, you've heard of Lore Olympus for sure. Then become a famous webcomic artist so I can do fun sound effects for you. I would love to. I'm working on it. How long have you been going? We got so much time. I've been making a lot of progress today, and whenever I make a lot of progress on a comic, it feels like I'm doing something wrong. Like, we did the flats, we did the values, and we started doing some lettering. It's crazy, right? And my dog is barking. He's angry at how fast I've been doing this page, too. He's like, slow down, you're gonna run out of thumbnails to do. You can do this page. Rawr. Don't save this. Don't save this. Brainstorm. Oh yeah, Cantus, if you... I don't know if you saw this page yet. But we've been thinking about... I'm sure you were in here, but like if you had any other ideas. We have the emotes, the animated, and the images ideas. The channel point names and punishment or redeems ideas. We got QuoteBot, which I need to just change to noted, I think. I'm going to figure out how to mess around with that more specifically. And just more commands in general. But if you got any ideas, feel free to spit them at the screen. And then I'll know based on that alone. I wonder what this looks like. I didn't even try to see what this looked like without the drop shadow. Channel point redeems to dress you up would be fun. Yeah, I've already got one. We've got a couple of those for my cat ear and my dunce cap, which I got. Take parts of outfits out of your comic. That could be a thing. I could dress up as my OCs as well. That's a good idea. Hold on. I don't know if you've ever seen me, but I have this one. Where I have a dunce cap, and for some reason I become a lot smaller. I don't know why. I think I got to adjust it. I just got to fix the scale of that one. Actually, I think I know why. It's because I had to fit the hat in the actual, in the file. So that's where that came from, yeah. The hat's just simply too dang tall. And then we got cat ear mode. I would... Some people... It's up in the air. Some people have said I should redo the cat ears to make them not look trash, and other people have said they like how trash the cat ears look, so I don't know which one we're gonna go with. But yeah, I already have a couple outfits. Let me know if you like the horrible cat ears or if you think a rendered set of them would look better. They look so bad. I did them in like 2 minutes. And I didn't even do the blinking frames for the cat ear one, so it's like... The channel joke has become that when I put this cat ear band on my head, it's holding my eyelids up so I can no longer blink. Which does explain the bloodshot. Split the ears down the middle. One side is nice and one side is as it is, and the other one is rendered. Okay. Yeah, that'll look great. I almost missed cat ears. Yeah, there they are. They're on screen again. Yeah, I'll have to definitely... I can add those to... I'll add those off stream. I'll add the channel point redeems for dunce cap mode and cat ear mode off stream today. And then they'll be ready for tomorrow. And maybe I'll design the icon for the keys is the example I think I'm going to gravitate towards so far. For the name of the actual points. It's going to be funny redeeming like hundreds and thousands of keys. But I think that just kind of adds to it. Had to restart my phone. Well, welcome back. Because, you know, I got a whole thing. You guys know the channel lore. I'm in jail. And I got keys to escape jail. And also a file. But that's the bit. That's the kayfabe. Alright, now what was I doing? I was going to hide this drop layer. Oh no, the drop shadow is definitely necessary. I can't even look at that. Put that back. Alright, I mean, I guess outside of this lettering, which I don't really want to do right now. I like doing the whoosh lettering because the ink brush is very fun to use, so we'll just do that. And then we'll move on to another page. I think we can thumbnail another one. Let's delete all of this. Oink. And then we got... Where is it? This one. Couple points, goblin hairs, and you suddenly have an excuse why you only have one left. You think that's one hair? That'd be a huge hair. If hair grew like that, it would be painful. It'd be like passing a kidney stone out of your scalp. That's a nightmare scenario. Thank you for making me think about that image. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small, and then 2 horizontals that are thin, and then 1, 2, 3. Which goes like that, okay. But I will add it to the list. Technically, it has been a suggestion that you've made, so now it has to be on the list. This is repugnant. This is gross. This is a gross one you've created. This idea you've had, it's a bad one, but I'm gonna add it anyway. Now, does that even fit in with the rest of these? Look what you've done. Keys, baubles, treasures, gems. Very fantasy, very of the time, very of the setting. Tally marks, I'm in jail, it fits the theme, you know? Goblin hairs. Look what you've done. You've perverted this pure, wholesome little brainstorming session with your hair idea. You were my third affiliate child. Well, that's a new way to phrase it that I haven't heard before. That means I'm the favorite, right? Because you have the first child, and you're like, well, the first child, you're going to be a little stricter about him because you've never had parenting experience before. So you try to raise them right. And then the second child, you know, you get a little bit more loose with them. But then you have the third child, and then that second child becomes the middlest child, and they become neglected. And then the third child is the baby, and they get all of the attention. And the first child is already older, and at that point they're a little more self-sufficient. So usually the third child is the favorite. Emma suggested he's because of the Michael Jackson joke? No. Yeah, redeeming 100 moonwalks, please. Raised 3 channels to affiliate. That's an impressive amount. From the ground floor. First one became a lewd tuber. Second stream's at a different time as me, and now you are the baby. I am the favorite. Which is not what you said, but that's what I'm going to interpret. Oh god, these are all out of order. Did we not? You're my artist, so kinda yet? Yo, let's go. We got this needs to be narrower. Which one of these do I want to delete? Maybe here? Yeah, this one makes sense, actually, if this panel was gone. I like to free up the space compositionally a little bit, so we'll just do that, and then that'll work there. And then this one's gotta be... we gotta... put this in the center. Oi! Don't do that. Don't do that, mate. Snap to other frames. Draw border. Do not snap. Keep gutters aligned. Oh, this is the option. None of them. Okay, good. When did you officially accept affiliate? You might be twins with Chris. I did it. Let me check the email. Irish twins. There's my chess.com notification, because we signed up for that again. Where is it? Did I delete it already? In my trash. Go to the trash file. Twitch. Twitch contact or payment details have been changed. You've been invited to affiliate. I think it was January 23rd. I think I did it on the same day that I got notification. Actually, can I check this? Should show the date and the achievement. Yeah, I was gonna say I should just go there and see it. By the way, that oh, my ad block has been updated. Cool, get out of here. That stream that I've been talking about, it's just broken. I want to show you guys this just to prove that I'm not crazy. You are Irish twins? We'll check in a second to make sure. But look at this. There's this stream right here. It has been pretending that I'm broadcasting it for the past 2 days. It says this stream has been going on for 49 hours and 40 minutes because it will not stop. And I don't know why. Every other stream is normal, but this one just will not end. And I hope at some point when it expires in 5 days, it stops doing that. Because it's so... I don't even know if I'm going to be able to upload this one. If I click on it, it says 2 hours and 24 seconds. So I don't know why it's here. I don't know why it's doing that. But apparently I have a 50-hour broadcast. So you know what? Maybe if there was an achievement for doing like a 24-hour stream, I would have gotten it by now, completely on accident. Doesn't Twitch auto end streams after 48 hours? Not if you break it, I guess. Not if it's broken. Achievements. Path to affiliate. Where do I find this? In the achievements page? I'm looking. I don't see when it was completed, though. Affiliate settings? Affiliate onboarding? When did I do this? Maybe the first person in Twitch history to have a stream longer than 48 hours? Let's go. Take that. Scroll to the bottom. Okay. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't know where it would say. I seem to recall it being a thing somewhere that told me when it happened, but I just don't... I simply just don't know where that would be. Why do I have 4 subscribers? You people are insane for no reason. I have no emotes. Except for LOL. I'm looking. You guys like my emote? It's very cool. I spent so much time on it. And was definitely not just given it as a hand me out, hand me down, hand me out, hand me out. That emote could be yours for 1 subscription. Oh. Overview? Nah, I don't see it. I don't freaking know, dude. Alright, back to the thing. File, what order would this be? This is page 6. And this would be unknown order page 7, okay. God, my page names are so jacked up. It gets worse every time. But it's the only way I could actually make progress on this comic without freaking out. Ooh, fancy. I forgot I gotta change the opacity back up here. Do I have water up here? I don't got water up here. Why? Why not? Settings, channel, stream events. Okay, thank you for finding. Settings, channel, stream events. Oh, yeah, there it is, for sure. Okay. Yeah, January 23rd, 2025 will be my anniversary for affiliate. I need to start streaming more often so I can make my own emos instead of for my friends. Yeah. You gotta, let me tell you, it's hard to get here. To affiliate is hard. I've been doing it every day for like, what are we on? Stream 200 and something? It's been almost a year of just almost every day, as near everyday streams as I can muster. And I just got it. And that's definitely only with the help of Garo. And many of you other people coming in from outside communities. I definitely couldn't have raised it up myself from the ground. I've been here lurking all stream. I was lurking all stream last time too. Well, thank you for stopping in and being there in the back, in the shadows. Dropped off valuable information. You and Chris are affiliate twins. I'm so proud of my baby. So me and Chris can now do affiliate collabs for our anniversaries forever. We could just do that now? That's awesome. What information are we talking about, Proof? Oop. I'm stretching 1 second. Yeah. Canthith, were you there for the loot account to get leaked? A link to an account. Was it mine? Was it yours? I don't remember. Let's actually do the thumbnailing. How was it? But I went back and checked the VOD. Okay. I just want to make sure that people who wanted to see it actually got a chance to see it, because it was like the whole point. That was like the incentive for getting to affiliate, so I just want to make sure people found it if they want to. Potentially. The other incentive was emotes, but I have to do those, so you gotta give me a minute. I already have so few hours in the G-dang day. I gotta extend these out here. Get a little experimental with my compositions. Brought my alter egos with me. Did you follow me with your alter egos? What the heck? I'm gonna check the account right now. I do have 11 followers on this account now, I'm noticing. I think I had 7 before I leaked it, so there, I see you people. I've been trying my best to block the bot accounts that keep following this one, so, you know. Music trending. Protect Taylor Swift. Can we just stop pretending that she's important? Swear to God. She's like the least interesting human being in the world, and yet one of them. It's like the same thing that happened with Ed Sheeran. Like, who cares about Ed Sheeran? Except for literally everyone, for some reason. Makes the most milquetoast generic stuff I've ever heard in my life. And everyone's like, "Wow! Ah! Most streamed artist on Spotify, he deserves, he's the best!" I have looked at it, and the art is really well done. I would like all the art, but I didn't want to spam my followers with it, fair enough. See nothing, Johnston. The blizzard is too strong. Yeah, now that I have, now that the account's leaked, I can actually talk to you guys about what character... Well, you know what we can do? We can do character requests, which... Ooh, that could be a thing for the, I just had an idea. I had a brain blast. Alright, let's do that. Channel point redeems. NSFW. Character polls. Character... We'll do something. I'll figure it out. We'll do character poll / requests. We'll do something like that. We'll think about this here. Parasocial fans are going brr. Looks down. I am a Swiftie. Hello, Lovehammer. I don't mean to disparage people who enjoy Taylor Swift. I'm just disparaging of the people who act like she is a goddess sent down from heaven. And that every action she takes is one that is worth documenting and treating with such high reverence as akin to a divine order. My character suggestion was never... I haven't gotten around to it yet. I mean, you'll notice the, like, most recent one is January 5th. I don't get a lot of time to work on those. But yeah, I do remember your character suggestion. I'll actually, I'll put it down in my notepad. I have a notepad of a couple ideas. Representation of most of her fans, I know. Sure, she wanted to wage war. She'd have a moderately sized army. She might have one of the biggest armies in the world. Moderately sized. Have you seen the stadiums she sells out on tour? She might have something to be concerned about on her hands. I think we should worry. When do we consider Taylor Swift a threat to democracy? I think maybe years ago would have been, you know, the proper time to stop Taylor Swift from becoming this powerful was years ago. The second best time is now. I knew Midna would be on there. Of course Midna was going to be on there. And it's probably not going to be the last one either. I'm probably going to do more than one. Flowers are blooming in Antarctica. I saw that. I did read that article. It's pretty spooky. My favorite is Melanie. I think that one turned out pretty good. I think I conveyed her plus-sizedness in more than one way pretty well. I think my personal favorite would have to be the Casca one. I just like the way that one turned out. And the fact that it's based on a postcard image from Kentaro Miura himself. I think it's a neat little homage. So I think I have personal reverence for that one. I do enjoy it. I would show the postcard image on screen, but it is, you know, nudity. Regardless of how tasteful Twitch does, they kind of rolled back the whole nudity policy, so I can't really show any of that anymore. So they did her curves justice really well. I think they turned out pretty good. But I appreciate it also for taking note of the curvature of this Pokemon mother figure. Isn't she canonically like an actual mom? Doesn't she have kids? I don't know. I do have to draw Bee from Pokemon, because she is the muscle girl of the Pokemon universe. She's about as muscly as a Pokemon character can get. But, you know, it's the best we have. I wish she was like... you know, Bee's cool and all that, but I do wish she was just like 30% more jacked. That's all I want to say. That's all I need to say. And everyone agrees with me. Even if you just don't know it yet. She's like fit, but she could be buff. Alright, let's do a line art of a character again, because I've had it with drawing background and object elements already. I don't even do it. I get so exhausted drawing anything that isn't a character, which I think is most artists, but I'm feeling it right now. So we're going to draw the pointy-headed racists again. I love drawing me some... Oh, no, get the ruler out of here. Are you the ruler? You're the ruler. I feel like this isn't the right color. Hold on, let me get this line art correct. Give me that. Yo, it's the Plin Plin Plon song, everybody. Plin Plin Plon, Plin Plin. Turn this up. Crank that. Let's go. Pointy-headed races do have a great design. I appreciate it. I do like the Commander's helmet quite a bit. It's probably one of my favorite things to come out of designing these guys. Finally got one of my friends to read a webtoon series that I consider my most #1 favorite story ever put to the world. That's pretty good. I feel that way when I get people to play Monster Hunter. I have not, however, successfully convinced people to read Berserk whenever I wanted to do that in the past. Usually the people who I try to convince to read Berserk, they say, oh yeah, I've already tried it, it wasn't for me, and I'm just like, oh no. Why did you have to break my heart? Like that. Why do you not like the best story ever told? What's wrong with you? I understand Berserk can be a lot, and it's definitely not for everyone, but it is my favorite story ever made. Never read Berserk, but I did enjoy the anime. The anime is good. Well, the first one. Definitely not the 2016 one, but we already all knew that. We all heard the memes in the news when it was coming out. And how it literally... It changed the story events, too. Like, what are you doing thinking you know better than Miura to mess with his story sequence? You do not know better than Miura, alright? I'm gonna tell you that right now. He's like a genius storyteller, and whoever changed the story events is an idiot, frankly. Very emotional. I did enjoy... Part of my favorite Berserk... It's like... Here's another thing. Berserk is like one of the only series, to my knowledge, and maybe it's just because I don't watch a lot of romance films, or consume a lot of romance media, but experiencing the torment and pain as well as joy that I do every year at least 5 times when I reread it. That's good. That's how you know it's succeeding. You're succeeding in recommending people some very tasteful media. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Berserk is one of the few series, to my knowledge, that actually has a sex scene that is not purely for titillation or gratification. It's like, it's such a poignant scene, and it's just 2 characters boning down, but it's just like, for the most part, they're speaking to each other. And exposing their own vulnerabilities to each other, and it's just like, oh my god. Heck yeah, dude. And if you try to bring up that scene to people who are 12... Of course, they will be like, haha, they're boning down, gotta, this way, you like this series? You're a freaking weirdo, you freaking pervoid. It's like, no, the scene is good, and it's beautiful. And it's one of my favorite scenes put into fiction. I hate when the remakes do that. I get it for Full Metal, because it was made to follow the manga, yeah. You know, you mean how people actually upset? Yeah, they do that. But they normally... It's like a culmination of so many character arcs that have been set up so long. One thing I will praise Miura for all the time is that I try to take this as inspiration. I have set up arcs specifically in the same fashion, where he has character arcs that span not even just arcs, but like multiple arcs. He never forgets a detail with his characters, which is something I admire. Which means he's able to make these huge payoffs that are like spanning over the course of, up until that point, the entire story. Like, when Guts and Casca finally get together, it's like, oh my god. Every line of dialogue feels like it was written specifically to lead up to that moment. Which means not only does he not forget anything, he plans everything out thematically so well. Trying to adhere things to a theme is so challenging. And to not forget what your themes are while making character-to-character interactions, everything has a point. And that's so hard to do. And you may not even realize that an interaction was meaningful until he calls back to it later. He's so good at doing it. Bats! How's it going? Welcome in. Thanks for the raid, brother. Bully Zotamer, don't bully me. We were having a good time talking about Berserk and boning down. The topics were related, I swear. It's so funny when people's only understanding of sex is movie, TV, porn. I know. I think that's the thing that I like about the Berserk, Casca and Guts scene, is that it's, is that it actually is, it's focused, it feels so grounded. It's not it is romanticized, but like in the way that, you know, the original definition of the artistic romanticism movement, it's idealized, in a sense. It's not glorified, or, glorified isn't the word, but like, what is it? It comes off as, genuine, as opposed to just being there for gratification. Bats, I thank you for the follow earlier. I need to read Berserk. I recommend it. It's only my favorite thing. It's the reason I'm making a comic right now. So yeah, we got a bunch of milestones happening in our little community area here. Swan got to 500 followers yesterday. Actually, technically, I think 501, so that was pretty cool to watch. I got to Ophilia on January 23rd. Big things happening around here. I've only heard great things. How much longer are you going today? Maybe like 5 minutes. 5 or 10 minutes is usually around how long it happens. Not too much longer. Berserk is terrible. I'm lying. How dare you? Welcome in, Pilcrow. You best be lying. I'll freaking throw you. No, you can have opinions about Berserk for sure. I realize that it is definitely a sometimes series and not an all-the-time series. Do I get disappointed when people say they don't like it? Yeah, but that's just natural. I just laughed again. My IRL best friend. What do we got? Oh yeah, we gotta do the thumb rings. I'm really glad I put in the hours earlier in my artistic journey to just be so obstinate about drawing from reference. Not really like in the sense that I don't like I love reusing reference. It makes everything so easy. But like when I was sketching stuff and doing doodles and stuff, I would really just try to do stuff from reference, or no, from imagination a lot. Try to break things down into simplistic shapes because it allows me to not have to fish for reference images all the time while I'm making the... Like this hand, I guarantee you, like a couple years ago, it would look so much worse than this. But here it looks passable because I have a general understanding of the basic shapes of the hand's form, and it makes it easier. You break it down in your mind, and there you go. Well, I feel like a lot of the anatomy studies did help with that, for sure. I've heard great things about the book. As for the animated bit, I heard mixed reviews. If you watch the anime from the 90s, it's not complete, but it is the best adaptation that we have. It's got the gritty tone. It's got all the blood going around everywhere. It's got a really, like, awesome soundtrack. You know what we're going to do? We're going to play Guts' theme. Since we've been listening to Dark Souls music, and Dark Souls is heavily inspired by Berserk, I feel like this is only a natural transition anyway. The OST for the Berserk anime, phenomenal. So we're just going to listen to that right now. Time we talk about rings, I totally expect the Cardinals to be all blinged out. I can drip them out. Oh, this is like... Oh, it's such a good star. Everything's perfect. You would think Guts' theme should be like heavy metal and stuff like that, but no. It's the most this is how you know they understand the character. It's just so good. It's melancholy, it's depressed. It's awesome. Just like Guts himself. The original anime was made just to sell the manga, and you know what? Good job. One of the best marketing pushes I've ever seen. They actually cared about it. It's like how Transformers, the original series, was just made to sell toys, but now people just love that as like a gospel for how the series ought to be. Should return to that. It's like, yeah, they were just selling toys, but also it's freaking dope. What is this, Cybertron? What the heck? Decepticon? This is awesome. The robots blowing each other up and they turn into cars? Make a deal with it meme with the cardinal dripped out with chains, rings, and sunglasses. Is that going to be an emote? Do we have an emote idea? I think we do. Where are you? B. Dripped out cardinal. Sunglasses. There we go. Do it. There he is. He's added to the list. Oh, he scared me with that one. Don't yell at me, bro. This song is so good. I wish I could listen to it more on stream, but it's like so copyrighted, so I'm gonna it's gonna be used sparingly. Favorite anime series is Elf and Leah. Oh yeah, that one's great. Freaky juxtaposition of slicey life. Slicey life? That's my favorite subgenre of anime is slicey life. It's like a slice of life, but there's a lot more sword combat. Slice of life and psychological horror, but also a lot of non-sexual nudity. Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of clips from Elf and Leah, and also I've watched a couple episodes. I need to go back and just get through the whole thing, because I did like what I watched. So I understand where you're coming from about anime that isn't porn, but catches the wrong kinds of attention sometimes. Yeah, really just anything that's nude. Is that a speech bubble? We know the entire story now? Did I have one? Oh yeah, can you read that? Hold on. Yeah, you guys could probably see what that says. I want to see if you guys can interpret what that says. Spoiler warning. Expect a rap battle for that one bird. One of them with a boombox. 2. You got it. It says 2. Is he counting up or counting down? I'll never tell. Such a good song. One. God, that song is great. Alright, let's go back to the Dark Soul. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light. Y'all ever play Devil May Cry? Y'all ever heard of the best voice acting in the entire world? No, just 2. It's 2 dot dot dot. It is. It's 2 dot dot dot. 2 and then ellipse. I can't wait to get this chapter out. I think I waffle between feeling good about where this chapter is and some of the writing, because I'm very particular about everything. I'm a hypercritic of myself. You kind of have to be if you're an artist, if you want to improve. But I think today, and who knows about tomorrow, but for the very least, today I was checking over some of my writing, and I was like, this feels good. I feel like I've got something here. A panel that says 2 and a panel that says, "Hut, I've cracked it. The comic is just a football game." Yes, you've done it. And in fact, I'm surprised none of you even noticed. But it's been here the whole time, in plain sight. This is not a baby. This is a football. I can't believe you guys didn't even notice until just now. She's got the rock. They're trying to tackle her. He's the defense. He's trying to make sure she gets to the end zone. It's been this way the whole time. gonna figure out who will win the World Cup. Wrong football. Ew. European football. What the heck, dude? I can't believe you tried to pass that off as something that actually deserves acknowledgement. Twee, that's the number F4? Bro. Michael Jackson has the moves to make it to the end. I don't watch Football with Swords. I'd watch Football with Swords. Hell yeah. Alright, what was I doing? Right. Comic. I was making a comic. Right. Okay. Got it. We'll finish the line art for this panel and then I'll call it. Call it. I need to know what I stand to win everything. Medieval rugby. Football with swords might even be more violent than regular football, maybe? I don't know. I mean, like it's, well, it's different kinds of damage, right? Like, if you got, so football with swords, you get a quick death from laceration or dismemberment. With normal football, you have a slow death with brain trauma and some kind of, you know, health issues of the brain over the course of many decades. So it's really just like, honestly, medieval football might be a lot less sad to watch than regular football. CTE, exactly. My players do a soccer match in D&T once. Less lasting brain. Yeah, see, exactly. We're all on the same mindset here. I think medieval football might be the safer option. Look, I used Mage Hand as a goalie. Remember, we have a Hunger Games arena and put people on death row in there. And the winner gets a stay of execution for another 10 years. So wait, he has to keep doing it? Does he get to practice in the interim? Or does he just, like, chill out in the Bahamas for 10 years? Or does he just stay in jail again? I need to know the universal lore for death row Hunger Games. What are we working with? God, this song is probably the best in Elden Ring. Oh wait, I mean Bloodborne. Oh no, fake fan. Fake fan. It was Bloodborne, I swear. Guys, I knew that. No, dude, no. No, everyone come back, I swear. I knew what game it was. I gotta do this. Put him back in jail, okay. Yeah, boosted amenities. Commissary snags for each win. Fake fan alert. Alright, now we can delete the unnecessary guidelines. We'll do another sword up here, and then we'll call it for today. I think, yeah, we're about there. Because Gaming Gladiator doesn't even have every soundtrack memorized. I knew it! I just forgot. But I had a momentary lapse in memory. If you've been around the stream for more than 2 seconds, you would know that is par for the course around here. That's it, guys. I'm a fake fan. Did I add you your capacity to do that? Oh, wait, I don't have Firebot open. Oh, yeah. I forgot I gotta do that now. Whoops. Alright. Hold on. I think I gave you the ability to do that too, Garo, so if you want to try that again... Let me just see. Let me just turn it on. There it goes. It's on now. You could probably do it. You heard the jingle, I'm sure. I think my desktop audio picked it up. There it goes. Look at that. Perfect. Did I actually say that? Oh, we're out of music. What the hell, dude? Alright, fine. We'll go to the Hollow Knight one for a second. Bing! I have the power. What have I done? Flip canvas horizontal. I just want to make sure the composition looks alright. Maybe this sword should be angled a bit. Like so. Maybe these guys should be moved over a bit. Balance the composition a bit more. There's gonna be a speech bubble here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. I birthed you. You know, don't bring up unbirthing in my channel. I don't want to hear about that. Ugh. I'm sad that I already know what that is. I don't need to know about that. And with that note, what poor timing to have to end. I'll let you all think about what unbirthing is and how you shouldn't Google it. Don't do it. You might be tempted. Just don't do it. You should totally do. Don't do it. Whatever you do, do not Google unbirthing. You gotta Google it right now. You gotta do it. Don't. But if you wanted to, you could like totally do it. Google is like so free and there's no laws against it. Don't do it. All right. My knuckles are getting cracked. You can probably hear them in the microphone. Alright, thank you all for stopping by. We're freaking a huge view count today. I have like 10 viewers. Where are you people coming from? It's 3 in the afternoon on a Thursday. I appreciate unbirthing my folly. Ooh, ooh. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I'll be back tomorrow doing comic stuff. And then on Saturday, it's up in the air. Depends on what Mask is doing. We might do some Street Fighter, some Sekiro, and I definitely want to work on some channel stuff to incentivize all of this affiliate stuff that's been going on. So we'll get some emotes, some channel point stuff, all the icons sorted out. We'll do some prototypes of some of the ideas we've been generating over the past week. I think it'll be fun. So yeah, thank you all. Appreciate you. And see you next time. Bye-bye.